Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're keeping safe and, well, all the old cliches. This is a chance for you to relax. Welcome to SoftTalk ASMR. Just allow my gentle soft talk narration, British accent, just to calmly, gently allow you to feel at ease. Remember, gentleness is strength. We're all starting to wake up and realise that, along with many other things, many other attributes of being kind and gentle in our everyday lives to each other and also to ourselves. It's the 8th of May 2020. There we are, Friday. And that is my granddad's old desk calendar. It's a rolling desk calendar. Can you see that? Actually, this would probably make good ASMR for you. I'll have to do that in another video. Today's video is a mixture of things. It's not necessarily about the Metatron model railway, although it is being showcased here, so I shall allow you to enjoy looking at that for the time being. There we are. Now, what can we see over here? It's not a mountain range. It's actually some beautiful, delicate tissue paper with a small package inside. Now, this small package is something that I ordered on Sunday evening. It arrived yesterday, day before yesterday, and I'm very impressed. I've not opened it yet, but I'm very impressed with the connection with this. So here's some ASMR for you. So, what was in the tissue paper? Well, what did I order? I ordered this. Touches of Grace, Anointing Oil, Gold, Frankincense and Myrrh. Contains pure essential oils, a 24-carat gold leaf. And there's the website address if you'd like to order yourself some. Pipilika.co.uk. There we are. Now, a little story to tell you about this. When I was quite unwell over the weekend, just felt very, very tired, lethargic, run down, all part of the healing process, I know. I decided I wanted to try and do some self-healing, just laying on the bed. And I remember a day or two previous, I had a lovely notification, which I'll upload now. I'll just stop the camera and upload that. As you can see, the notification there was very kind. Somebody got in touch, a lady called Jill. Username on YouTube is Pipilika, with some very lovely comments. So with that connection, that feeling of being in harmony with a good energy, a good vibration of another human, a human being. I thought I'd subscribe to her channel. I looked at her channel and I viewed some of her videos on Sunday. And she undid a little bundle of this. Now I've not undone this yet, so this will be very nice to do. Looks like a bay leaf, is it, or a basil leaf on the top. I think it's a bay leaf. A bay leaf, I'm the gardener. I've worked here all my life. That's a song from the Orbs, children's show here in England. And Jill opened up this area and she used this. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful, gold leaf. She used one of these on herself, doing some anointing herself, and she anointed us, the viewers. And I thought to myself, that's a rather lovely item, a lovely gift to have. So I looked on Etsy and I found one which looked the same. Now I didn't message Jill and ask her, where did you get yours from? But my instinct, I felt this was the one to go for. To my absolute amazement, when the postman came, I looked at the back of the packet and it had her name, Jill, on it, and I realised how lovely that is, that connection, that Jill actually makes this and she sells it on Etsy. So I've now got myself a lovely bottle of anointment oil, but it's more than that. I know it's come from a place of real energetic connection for me, and probably for you too. I'll put a link into Jill's YouTube channel so you can check it out for yourself. I think you'll resonate with her work, with her energy. Very calming. So I'm just going to see what this is like. Jill said it's best on the neck and behind the ears. All those pressure points. I'm just going to put it over the ajna now. Yes, very peaceful scent, very peaceful. Very calming. Just feel like I want to, I'll just say it. I just want to be at peace. And I know that's what I've always wanted, to be at peace. It's that really lovely, it's almost a Christmassy smell. It's a sweet smell. It's a very gentle smell, gentle scent. Very divine. And also very peaceful. So thank you, Jill. I'm really pleased I bought this from you. Well, actually, it was my dad. I think my dad actually sent you the order from his, because he's got an Etsy account. So thanks to my dad and thanks to you. Thank you, Jill. So I recommend this for anybody that's looking for something that they feel that they would just like to feel at peace. To feel at peace with who they are and where they are now. I love this little muslin sacking. So thank you, Jill. That's talking about the gold, frankincense and myrrh, touches of grace. What else did I want to talk about today? Well, it's a very important day. It's the 8th of May 2020. It is the 75th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day. And I know that my grandparents, that was their generation. And whilst I never knew my grandfather on my dad's side, I know that he did great work, and he did sacrifice his health for our freedom. He was a private, a soldier in the British Army, and he was a tanker driver. He drove in the deserts around Egypt. I'll upload a picture at the end for you. And I know he got malaria. He was very ill. He lost a lot of weight. He was very drained. And though he survived the war, his life was cut short. I never knew him. He died in the 1960s when my dad was still a teenager. So I'm just spending some time now thinking of him. And of course, I did a 2-minute silence this morning at 11 o'clock out the front of the house. That was lovely. Prior to that, I gave Callum a walk as well, and there was lots of lovely bunting and Union Jacks up. Of course, my granddad on my mum's side I did know very well, and I have very many stories which I shall tell you at some stage here on the channel. And he worked with, I say worked, he served in the Royal Artillery in the British Army in the Second World War, and he was corporal, and then I believe lance corporal, and he was in charge of a gun defence system, Royal Artillery defence, and a radio room. And he actually had a group of men, group of soldiers with him, who were one of several teams across the country which protected Winston Churchill. But that's for another story. I think you'll like. I think you'll be quite intrigued with what I share with you. The chats that my granddad had with the Prime Minister at the time, Winston. Very interesting conversations. So I shall play a little bit of music in a moment. I shall share with you some images that I filmed this morning out on my walk with Callum. It is about unifying, it is about unity, it is about bringing together. It's just incredible that at this time we're all in lockdown, quarantine, self-isolate, whatever you want to call it, keeping safe, keeping well, that we can't fully celebrate how we probably would do by way of get-togethers, and some people have street parties and things like that. Because of social distancing, because of this virus that we're having to be keeping distant from, and rightly so. But it's interesting, isn't it, that it has come at a time where we realise a reminder of freedom, the freedom that we were given in 1945, 75 years ago today. And that now, 75 years on, we are seeking freedom in a different form, a different reality, really. Although reality is whatever you want it to be. So I shall post a few pictures, I'll play some music, and I'll also include a couple of pictures of Dame Vera Lynn, which I found. I've been watching the 50th anniversary videos of the royal family, Queen Mother, the Queen, and Princess Margaret, Queen's sister, when Vera Lynn was singing. That was lovely. Some beautiful songs. Roll Out the Barrel and Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Yeah, and of course Bob Holdness, beautiful British accent, lovely voice, hosted that celebration. We'll get through this. I think this is the reminder, isn't it, of what we were facing 75 years ago, a reality that there is freedom. Although it was many years before I was born, I can still relate, I can link up to my grandparents' energy, which I grew up with on my mum's side and my gran on my dad's side, because as I've already said, I didn't know my granddad on my dad's side, but I could still feel the camaraderie, the getting together, the working through it, and I think that's an important reminder we all need to acknowledge today, here in 2020. Hum a little song to yourself, sing along to yourself or with others. Raise that vibration and feel that flow going through you, feel the tingles. That's why I made this channel. It's all about continuing that flow forwards and acknowledging the days of being brash and fast-paced. They're over. It's now all about gentleness is key. Ignoring the ego, the brashness, the heaviness. Just keep flowing forward in a gentle, calming, beautiful, loving way. And knowing that every moment, that every day that you're here, that you're grateful, you're thankful. And to always spend some time in stillness, just to bring that sense of being, that acknowledgement. So I shall talk to you soon. As ever, with loving kindness. Take care, look after yourselves, and celebrate VE Day 75th anniversary today by being thankful, so very thankful. Take care. Goodbye.